In this video, I rupture a few testicles, hijack several cars, blow up a gas station, get arrested, and stick my tongue in a pig. All to answer one simple question. Can I throw myself off the highest point in the game and actually survive without getting crushed by the weight of my girthy tongue? First, we need to find a way out of the ranch. The standard way to play this game would be to collect points and achievements by running around the map and causing as much damage as possible. This can be done in a few ways, like headbutting people and objects around, kicking them with your back legs, using your tongue to fling things around, or just straight up jumping onto them. However, there's also another mechanic that's important for a goal, because to actually survive our jump off the highest point in the game, we'll need to throw ourselves off it while doing multiple backflips, and just as we hit the ground, find the exact second to readjust and actually land it. Easy, right? Because if you don't do any of that, something like this happens. Anyways, I messed around a little bit more in the ranch by going into the strange tower, getting strip searched by a machine, communing with this demonic circle, and completing what I guess would be the introduction of the game. I of course made sure to take in everything the ranch had to offer.
Can I lick this piece of shit? Oh, fuck.
Before heading out and coming across a car, which would be our ticket out of the ranch. So naturally I threw the man behind the wheel out of the vehicle and set off in search for the highest point in the game. Fuck! Just a minor inconvenience.
We're gonna drive.
What? I decided to walk, and conveniently right next to where I parked my car, I found what seemed like a gas station. Now I explained earlier that there are various objectives that you can do around the map, and in the case of this gas station, I was given the important task of finding the keys to this toilet, or else Nora over here would shit herself. And as much as I wanted to see a grown woman relieve herself in front of all these people, I decided to be a good abiding citizen and helped her out a little bit. Oh. Hey, yo! I'm a goat! Yo, chill! It seemed that some of the staff members didn't appreciate the fact that I was helping one of their customers, because they called the cops on me. And I got arrested. And as I laid there on the ground, handcuffed, ready to go to prison for reasons I could only assume to be racially motivated, I began to plan my escape. So while the policeman was preoccupied, I knocked him out, snuck onto this passing car, made sure he wouldn't be able to come after me, hijacked the fire truck, and just drove off.
See you later, fuckos.
Hope. Now that the coast was clear, I drove around a little bit more and arrived at our first jump location, Big Statue. So while struggling to find my way up the mountain, I came across Oliver, the homeless man, who was minding his own business on this mattress, conveniently placed on the side of this cliff. Nah, I wouldn't do that to him. After reaching the top, I guess word had spread about my jump because an audience was forming. So I got into position and made my first jump. Let's try that again. This continued for another 30 minutes, and I was nowhere near to landing the jump. And the only thing I could think of for why this was happening was that I was falling towards the floor way too fast, making it impossible for me to land my jump without breaking my legs. Either that or I'm absolutely dog shit at the game, which is objectively unlikely, so I decided to do some research. And while browsing the game's wiki, I came across a certain item that might help me with my problem. Now there are two types of items in this game, cosmetic items and cosmetic items that give you special abilities. For example, after I crashed into this cooking competition, I took part in a cooking class by throwing a bunch of ingredients into this pot, which awards you with a chef's hat, which is a cosmetic item that you obviously put in your head, and it does nothing because it's fucking useless. However, this basket of rubber ducks, which I got from helping Sven over here, put together pieces of furniture from a multinational conglomerate that sells ready-to-assemble household goods, and when you're done with building whatever that is, a portal appears that shoots out a bunch of Sven's cousins, and when you go inside the portal, it takes you to the Swikia warehouse. And after completing a simple jumping puzzle, you get the item, with a special ability that lets you shoot rubber ducks at people. And with that, I headed to downtown Gothenburg, parked my vehicle, giving the valet a tip of course, and went off to find the item. Tacos on my feet. So what makes this item in particular so special is that they give me the special ability to do something like this. Rip a fat one. Now why does this help me with my jump? Well, firstly, if the fart is initiated with the correct timing before hitting the ground, it significantly reduces the speed at which I'm falling, which makes the jump actually possible to land. And second, it makes going up high places so much easier, which will be important for later. But first, it was time to attempt the jump again. Something's in the air, and it smells like success. Obviously, I wasn't going to land it on the first try, or the second, or the third, or the 24th. But what was more important was that after collecting the taco shoes, I had a feeling that I was going to land it.
Oh, no. Control. Oh shit, wait, hold on. Okay, oh, wait. That might be too high. Ah. Shit. Let's try it again. Oh. Nope. Nope. Oh! Did it. Oh, okay.
So now knowing this challenge was actually possible, I headed back to Gothenburg to attempt to jump off the highest point in the game. Big building. Now this building is significantly higher than the statue, and there's also no easy way to get up. This is where the taco shoes came in handy, because after every jump attempt, I would have to jump onto this piece of scaffolding, then onto this net, scale the side of the building, go onto this gondola, wait for the gondola to take me up, lift myself up onto the roof with this fan, scale the side of the building again, jump onto another fan, to finally be in position to make a jump, which significantly increased the time it took to make an individual attempt, while also seriously testing my patience. Oh my god, no. Oh shit. Huh? And around 30 attempts in, I snapped. I fucked up. So how did I end up here? Well, I noticed at the bottom of the building I was jumping off from had a museum with what looked like a big shiny diamond. So I took a break from violently forcing myself through the pavement and chose to take a look. But after realizing these lasers weren't just for show, I pissed off some cops who handcuffed me. So I quickly ran back inside and escaped through this vent. The diamond must have been worth quite a lot because I had some competition that mysteriously disappeared. Anyways, I snuck under the last obstacle and jumped up to collect my reward. Which is how I ended up here. Now I was a little confused on how I'd get out of this cell. There was no one in sight, I couldn't interact with this door in any way, so would I need to wait for a passing guard and steal his keys? Or would I need to stab someone to be let out? Or would I need— nope, there's a hole. That led me back up to the surface, right below the building I was jumping off from. And when I was just about to actually give up, I did this. Fuck yes! Oh my god.
What is Messi doing here?